Hello everyone, my name is Fraser, and in today's video we will be discussing a story about a severe amount of pain in the auditory canal region, terrible, god-awful music, and a disgusting tidal wave of spit. And no, we're not talking about the latest Youngblood concert, thankfully. We're talking about something much worse. Now in this wonderful landscape of YouTube, there are a plethora of people putting their hands into the algorithm pie and saying, hey, I'm an egotistical maniac with no talent whatsoever but a slightly good HD camera. Can I have subscribers? No. And usually this creates some lovely old content creators that you will discover and watch over a long period of time and grow to slowly love until the bubble is bursted when you discover that they're a terrible person in some random expose video that you discovered. But also, some of these content creators are actually a lovely bunch of chestnuts, including myself. Hello everybody, my name is Fraser, and yes, I am aware that I did just say that, but in today's video we're going to be discussing a content creator on the internet who has seemingly disappeared in the last year.
You have to hate anybody who gets upset, even though that's exactly the same thing on the opposite side of the spectrum. You know? You're allowed to be but you can't be
Now this might be a little controversial, but I think he raises a slightly decent point here. Onision is one of the... How do I say this without getting attacked by the YouTube gods? Onision is one of the content creators on this platform, which in particular isn't exactly liked. Onision, at this point, he's pretty much an easy picking. He is a very famous content creator that a lot of other content creators on this platform have taken a pop at for a plethora of reasons. I've not really spoken about Onision consistently since early 2020, bar a situation of where the guy tried to sue me, and bar a situation of where he tried to expose Critical, two very unique situations. Onision sent me a letter where he pretended to be a lawyer, and to be honest with you, it was one of the more funnier situations to happen in my career. I have been threatened to be sued before. None of it's ever gone into anything, but Onision, at least he made it entertaining. But it does seem that in the later stages of 2020 and in 2021 and 2022, not many people are really speaking about Onision anymore. Now, if you're new to the whole commentary sphere, you may not know this, but back in the years of 2017 and 2016, it was almost an impossible task to go into your subscription box or go into your recommended feed to not see a video about Onision. I'm pretty sure that, every single major commentary channel, I am willing to bet, has spoken about Onision at least 3 times, whether it's a tweet, an Instagram post, a TikTok, or even a YouTube video. Near enough every commentary channel has spoken about Onision at this point. So it does actually surprise me that Onision isn't actually popular anymore, and Onision isn't being spoken about anymore. Popularity is certainly a subjective thing. You can be popular for good reasons, and you can be popular for bad reasons, and you can be popular for even worse reasons, and Onision obviously goes into that category, because from 2016 onwards, Onision had so many videos made about him that he basically became the Joker of YouTube. So many people were speaking about this guy, which just led people to go and watch Onision out of interest and hatred. But that's not happening anymore. And now I'm not going to make some big introspective question about why do people not care about Onision anymore. I think it's pretty obvious to why nobody cares about Onision anymore. After the decade of videos made about the guy, after the failed Chris Hansen investigation, after all of the leaked documents, the court case, the AstroTurf boots in an elevator, the Repzion case, the movie trilogy made by The Right Opinion, I think at this point everybody has heard enough about this guy, to the point of where we have now all collectively come to the opinion that yeah, this guy kind of sucks. He's kind of a bad dude, and I think we can move on now to, I don't know, what TikToker shit in somebody's toilet this week. That's not actually a bad thing. I don't know why I said that. People regularly go in toilets. I don't know why that came to my head. I promise you, I also use the toilet to do my business. Personally, myself, I've been guilty of speaking about content creators way more than I should, and maybe it's because I do just like to take the piss quite a lot here, and maybe I do just like to cover things and speak about things that pique my interest, but overall, with Onision, there does seem to be the same cycle of the same things will be mentioned. Onision did this, Onision did that, and when somebody does so many bad things, it can only just recycle, and this person can only keep having the same criticisms, so I can completely understand that nobody wants to speak about this guy anymore. And in fact, I'm not going to go through everything that Onision has done in his past. I don't want to do that in this video. No, instead, what I want to do now is, now we've covered why nobody cares about the guy anymore, I actually want to take a look at where Onision actually is in 2022. Rather than dwell on the past, I think we should just take a look at the future, where he's going with his career, what's going on. We're basically the founding Titan at this point, and we are the Attack Titan. But before we go any further, I do just have a slight request. Could you please subscribe to the channel? I've been away for like almost 2 months at this point, and I have not been uploading, so I've not been getting subs, and I've just been getting sub wipes because YouTube do that to clear things up every now and again to get rid of bots. And I would really appreciate it if you subscribed and, you know, helped me out, like get back into the algorithm. And I know I sound like a beg right now, but I promise I'm going to be uploading consistently. I promise you the streams are coming back, the second channel's back, it's all back, baby. And I'll never say baby again if you subscribe, so thank you.
All these rumors are fake. They're fake too. Everything's fake. I'm a normal guy.
But yes, the chapter of where is Onision now? Well, this all starts off with how I actually came to the idea of making this video, and it starts off with a TikTok that I recently found involving a story of Onision allegedly spitting on people who merely tried to say hi to him. Now obviously I have to say allegedly here, but to be honest with you, I feel like this would be less shocking than a Minecraft YouTuber being outed for not understanding the age of consent. I really wouldn't be shocked if this was a real thing. Now this story did happen in 2018, but to be honest with you, this is the only story I've really heard about Onision that isn't anything other than his Chris Hansen investigation in like the last 2 years, and this actually has 223,000 likes, so this is something which a lot of people were interested in and a lot of people were speaking about. And before we go any further, a story time was actually posted about these events, and I just want to cut this up and put it into a condensed version to give you a little bit of an understanding of what this person says actually happened here.
So we were out at the sushi restaurant just eating sushi, having a good time celebrating her birthday. Onision walks in. In those videos, he is standing at like the check-in counter. And I look over, I'm like, oh my god, is that Onision? And my friends are like, who the f is Onision? And I was like, y'all don't know Onision. Am I mentally ill? That's Onision. That's definitely Onision. And so I took a video, right? And I was like, oh my god, it's Onision. Mind you, I wasn't a fan. I had watched some of his stuff before the drama, but I wasn't like a hardcore fan. I just thought it was cool that there was like a famous person here and I was in vicinity to like see him. And I was like, you know, it would be kind of cool if I got a picture with him. So I'm going to go say hi when we leave if he's not sitting down already, because there was kind of a long wait for the restaurant. So we finished our food, we put our plates away, and we all walk out of the restaurant. And my friend turns to me and he's like, didn't you want to go say hi to that random guy? And I was like, oh my god, I did want to do that. So I turn around and I go back into the restaurant. I walk into the restaurant and he's kind of like standing in like the waiting area and he's facing away from me. And so I walk up and I was like, excuse me. And he kind of turns around like, what? And I was like, so I was a little bit taken back and I was like, oh, hi, I'm sorry. I was just wondering if I could get a picture with you. And homeboy goes, I saw you recording me and laughing at me with your friends. No. And I was like, okay. But I didn't actually say okay. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, please. Like, I lied. I was like, I'm a really big fan. And he goes, no, you're not. And just spits on me. It didn't get on my face. Bless up. But he just spits on me. And I was like, shocked. I was like, I couldn't process. I just stood there. I was like looking at him like this. I was like, and he just walked off. And I was like, oh my god. So I leave. I run out to my friend's car with spit on my chest. And I'm like, he fucking spit on me. And my friend, he's like, oh my god, no way. I was like, yes, he literally just fucking spit on me. And my friend's like, what the f? But again, it was one of my friend's birthdays. We didn't want to make a scene, so we didn't call the cops and we didn't call our parents, and then we left.
Now, as far as I know, there isn't any video evidence of this, but I also do have to say it's not like somebody spits on you and you immediately get your spidey senses out and start recording it. I don't think that's what's going to happen in this situation here, but honestly, I really wouldn't be shocked if this was a true story, given that this is the same guy that somehow allowed his daughter to fall out of the window in his own home. It just wouldn't be that shocking. But yeah, after I saw that TikTok, I had the sad realization that, oh yeah, Onision's a human being that exists on this planet. I haven't heard of him since he tried to sue me, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to take a look into what's going on with this guy and do a video about it. And honestly, not much has really happened. It's kind of sad to look at the Onision channels because I'm not going to lie to you, I used to know back in 2010 a lot of people that were weirdly a fan of this guy. I mean, the Banana song was absolutely everywhere, and he was just a bit of I guess a cult icon at one point, which is just really sad and sick to say. But now when you look at his channel 12 years on from 2010, it's just sad. It's a sad, depressing graveyard, and that implies that somewhere out there is a happy graveyard where we celebrate the dead people in that graveyard. That's a weird place, and I don't think I want to go there, but apparently it now exists. But this channel has basically been reduced to becoming somewhat of a kids channel. And yes, you may consider that to be rather ironic considering the multiple allegations that this guy has faced, that he has now branched into the content genre of children's content. It's a little bit fucked, but you know, I don't know how we got here, and basically it's now just him doing animated music videos and also re-uploading older music videos and other videos that he's done in the past. And I will just say that these videos seem to be slightly demonic in my personal opinion.
Quack, 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 I'm not a stinky duck. You just got a bad nose and now you're out of luck. I was gonna take some pickles off your hands, but now I'm taking nothing. Good day, old man.
Like, honestly, can somebody explain to me what this is? I'm yet to understand what is actually going on here, and I even got the, I don't know why, the urge to just check out r/Onision, and even over there, these guys have no idea what this means and why it exists. And you know, in the last year or so, I've tried to be somebody that doesn't really look at numbers or judge people on numbers, because that's a really wrong thing to do, but you can naturally do that being a YouTuber. But I looked at his numbers on these videos, and it genuinely does surprise me, because even back when this guy was hated to his absolute peak, he was still getting, in my opinion, like fairly decent views where he could probably live off them. But here it does just seem that he's getting 2,000 to 10,000 views a piece, and look, that's fine, but overall you can really take from this that nobody cares about this guy anymore. Not even to the point of where they can be bothered to hate on him or critique him. They just can't be bothered. And that's just sad, man. Imagine being at the point of where people can no longer be bothered to hate on you. I mean, I just think it's like you're in some form of YouTube purgatory, which I guess has led to Onision transitioning into some really, really bad and weird music career. And that's where I want to go with the rest of this video, taking a look at some of Onision's masterpieces of music, but also the concerning nature that this music has led to Onision actually being put on YouTube Kids.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. One time long ago, I bit into a potato, and it was good. The potato was raw, covered in dirt. I had saliva mud on my shirt. Potato.
Now, I would like to say that Gregory has seemingly lost his mind, but I feel like I would be about 2 decades late to saying that. But yeah, Gregory Onision has seemed to have transitioned into producing music. And you know, as funny as this is, as I said previously, I am a little bit concerned that this style of content from Onision is actually being put on YouTube Kids. If you go to the description, you can see the advertisement for that app there, and I just want to know why YouTube are allowing this. And I guess it's because he has said that his content, in particular this video, is designed for children, and I guess that automatically puts it on the YouTube Kids section. But to be honest with you, I think that's slightly concerning that some young, impressionable child using the YouTube Kids app could find this video and then stumble upon the rest of Onision's YouTube channel. I think that's quite a concerning thing, and I just want to hope that YouTube will see this and possibly fix this, because given the nature of Onision's history and even the nature of his content, I really don't think it's a good idea to have this guy on the YouTube Kids app.
They won't give me my Patreon back!
Yeah, for some reason, I just don't think this guy should be necessarily advertised to children. I don't really think that's good for society, but yes, let's continue with his music now. I wouldn't recommend you show your children these videos. In fact, I'd push them to the complete opposite direction. But yeah, there are hit songs here, such as the Potato Song, which has around 700 views. So it's great to see that the career has taken off, buddy. Now, despite being on the YouTube Kids app, I don't actually think that this has had any monetary gain for Onision. I don't think that he's actually profiting much off this whatsoever, if anything at all. I'm pretty sure he doesn't actually make any money from YouTube anymore. But taking a look at his views, and I know I said I wouldn't judge him, but I'm going to be a bit of a hypocrite. It's got 700 views on one of the songs and around 2,000 views on the other, so, you know, I'm not going to judge. It's good to see the career's going well, my man.
Stinky duck, moo, moo, moo. You're an icky duck, ooh, ooh, ooh. The duck didn't like this, so he said quack, quack. But then the cow stood up and he mooed right back.
In 25 years' time, I have a solid prediction that somebody like Netflix or whatever godforsaken streaming platform is popular at the time will make a documentary about YouTubers, because I am truly fascinated by this application. This website, which was originally designed to speak about your favorite food, video game, or film, has now devolved into this. It has become something which I don't really know how to describe at this point, but it's very interesting how this website manages to warp somebody's mind into eventually becoming whatever this man has become. And I really am fascinated by this, and I am very happy to pay whatever subscription fee I must pay to watch that documentary, because I promise you, the YouTuber documentary will be out in the next decade. There will be one, and it will be how this application truly melts the fucking brains of everyone. It's a stinky duck, moo moo moo. You're an icky duck, ooh ooh ooh. The duck didn't like this, so he said quack, 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 but then the cow stood up and mooed right. Sorry about that. The only answer I have to why Onision has decided to create somewhat of a family channel on his previous main channel is the guy is probably just trolling at this point, probably trying to create some controversy, resulting in somebody like myself making a video, or the guy is just having a long, continuous mental breakdown, which he kind of has been having since 2010. You can pick whichever one you want and go to the comment section and let me know. But at this point, there's nothing really more I can say about these YouTube channels other than my concern that they are on the YouTube Kids app. I do hope that YouTube fix that or change that or remove that, because I am a little bit uncomfortable knowing that this man could be exposed to some children out there. I wouldn't want them going down the deep, dark path of the Onision rabbit hole. But yeah, Onision has just been spending the last year, I guess, uploading old content and producing songs. But not only producing songs on YouTube, but Onision actually has a Soundcloud. Yes, the sentence that nobody ever wanted to hear.
Hey there, internet, you got some opinions of me? Oh yeah. You're the perfect person. I'm a deadly disease. Oh no.
Now on this SoundCloud, Onision likes to, I guess, make some songs about how he's feeling, the topics of today, and just wonderful things such as the cancel culture song. Ah yes, cancel culture, that old chestnut. I was truly quite outstanded by this song and what Gregory had to say about the controversial topic of cancel culture. So let me just play you a segment from this song.
Don't do that, don't talk to him. Don't you drown, just swim with them. Don't let them know what you really think. Pretend you rise above as you motherfucking sink. We're the motherfucking heroes. Generation Y and Z. If you don't fall in line, we're We're gonna make you, mother bleed! Go ahead, be yourself so we can make your life a hell. Only speak the truth and don't back down. So we can ruin your life, pull you off your throne, melt your fucking crown and leave you to drown!
See, this is what happens when you watch a little bit too much Bo Burnham. I'm genuinely convinced that SoundCloud has done more damage to this generation than absolutely anything that's happened in the last 20 years. I honestly believe SoundCloud is one of the staples of the real issues in society, and I think Onision truly does embody that. I'm not one for deplatforming. I've always been against deplatforming other than when it comes to predators and actual serious criminals, but I think in this case I can make an exception. I think we need to collectively agree that we are just going to deplatform every single SoundCloud artist out there. And I don't care if your favorite artist originated from SoundCloud. I think for the benefit of humanity, we just need to get rid of this application.
Been spending most our lives living in a Facebook paradise. It often feels like hell. We just want to scream and yell. Can't hear me in this place. You just see my face grabbing for your maze. Didn't hesitate to end my life. Now you're looking for a place for my body to hide.
Go ahead, smoke! You mother chronic! Your morals are purely economic!
I think the wonderful thing about Onision is that it does kind of seem that he is a time capsule of 2009. I feel like if there was any embodiment, like a walking human embodiment of 2009, it would be Onision. This man just is a walking 2009, yeah, or 2007, depending on you pick him. But I do just want to say sorry for showing you this, because nobody really needs to be exposed to this. Gregory has 1,900 SoundCloud followers, and it is rather interesting that he is going down this path of creating music. Now, he's never been straying away from making music in the past, but it does seem that this is his main focus now, and I just have to ask the question of why? Like, nobody wants this. And I get passion projects, but I'm just going to say it, people, sometimes you shouldn't follow your passions, because you might just not be that good at it. And that might be really depressing, but I think just in this one time we can accept it. But now we've gone through the two different things here. We've gone through Gregory's transformation into becoming a kids channel and also his production of music. But now we need to go down the route of the forums, the adult forums and the website that Gregory owns. Because yes, if you're mentally ill as I am, you will have actually gone down the rabbit hole of the Onion Man and discovered that Onision actually has his own website. Yes, despite having 6 million YouTube channels, Gregory thought it would be a good idea to create a website in which you can pay to have access to certain privileges. Yeah, you yourself, an actual human being with an actual functioning brain, could give your hard-earned money, which you have spent 45 hours a week working in Starbucks for, to just give it to Onision. You could do that. That's an actual thing a human being has willingly chosen to do. A human being has paid Onision to take your own money for no particular reason other than this. There are two tiers here, and one of them is an immortal tier at $6, and the other is a $40 elite tier. Yes, you can give Onision $40. I mean, if you're doing this, I don't want to tell you what you can do with $40, because you can do plenty with $40. I'm just going to say you could spend the $6 on just getting 30 seconds of therapy. I feel like that would be far more productive in this situation. But with the Immortal tier, you get an ad-free experience on Onision.net, and if there are actual ads on this website, I just want to ask, who are these advertisers and what are they getting out of this? You can post on Onision.net, you can add friends on Discord, you can direct message Onision on Discord, you can join voice chats and a bunch of other stuff, you know, stuff which, I mean, if you're a fan of Onision, I guess it makes sense, but also, if you're a fan of Onision, please stay 6,000 meters away from me. Now, the Elite Benefits subcategory of this subscription service is actually where it gets a little bit more spicy, where you can get a bit more bang for your buck, because you can schedule group game chat events with, I guess, Onision, or with groups, I'm not really too sure. You can get an Elite-only chat room, you get priority in events and room limitations, member settings enhanced and prioritized, and extra special status and permissions on Onision.net. So basically, you're paying $40 to indoctrinate yourself into the cult of Onision. Doesn't really sound that financially viable. But yeah, this is seemingly, in my opinion, the only thing that Onision is probably making money from now, other than his Lonely Mans, but I'm not even going to go into it. I feel like I've included a lot of pain in this video, and I think we can just kind of stop. I don't think we need to go down this rabbit hole. No, I'm not even going to say like this video for that. Like it, but not for this, because I'm not doing that. I'm not ever doing that again, ever. Please don't make me do it. To come to some conclusion in this messy video, where is Onision in the modern day? Well, he's probably working a normal job. You know that scene in The Incredibles where the superheroes are living amongst civilization? Now, let's take that scene and kind of reverse it. Let's make it about supervillains. Because I genuinely believe that Onision now, or at least in a few years' time, is working amongst real, normal people. Onision is no longer relevant. Onision isn't cared about anymore on this platform, and not many people are talking about him, which means to me that the only way he's going to support his family, support him, pay the bills, is by actually getting a normal, regular job. And that's completely fine, but if I were working in that job, I feel like I would need some form of warning that I am working with this man.
I want to show you something. I want to show you something. You look as I do this!
I am a little bit concerned that Onision is seemingly on the YouTube Kids app. I don't know what that's about, but I hope, you know, it gets fixed. Please share this video. I would very much appreciate it. Get it out there and share it amongst your peers who used to watch Onision back in 2010 before they actually became an adults. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Please, if you could do me a massive favor and like this video and comment something like beans and subscribe. I understand that I might be a little bit rusty. It's because I've been away and not working so much recently, but your support genuinely does mean a lot to me, and it just helps me out in general, financially, algorithmic wise, and just mentally, because sadly this algorithm has my brain by the little grips, you know, the little grips. So please help me out. I'd appreciate it. You can follow my social medias as well, where you can see my deranged tweets on inabber69, Jedi Nabber. I have Twitch and a second channel. It's all in the description. Thank you so much for coming along to this video. Please subscribe if you're new. Please like, and thank you very much. I will see you in the next video. Peace out, and yeah, see you later. Goodbye.